watched part 1, you already know why. Season 4 is the best time to start playing COM. We claimed the free 100-day coupon, summoned powerful pets, and built a strong starting account. But here's the problem. A lot of new players reach around level 70, 80, or even 100, and suddenly, they stop getting stronger, not because they're unlucky, but because they're upgrading the wrong things. Today, I'm going to show you the progression path I wish I knew when I started. We'll cover the biggest mistakes beginners make, how to increase your combat power much faster, how Universal Ore can save you weeks of grinding, and why Heroic Orb should already be part of your long-term plan. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to focus on next. So, let's get started. 1. Your goal isn't level, it's combat power. One mistake I see a lot of beginners make is thinking that level is everything, but later in the game, your combat power matters much more. Higher combat power lets you farm stronger monsters, clear harder dungeons, deal more damage, and unlock more content. So from today, instead of asking, how do I level faster? Start asking, how do I make my character stronger? That simple mindset change will help you progress much faster. 2. Enhance your gear, but don't rush. The first progression system you'll use is equipment enhancement. Every successful enhancement gives more stats, which means more combat power. Of course, enhancement isn't guaranteed. Sometimes you'll succeed, sometimes you'll fail. That's just part of COM. So don't waste all your resources trying to force one item to a very high enhancement level early. Instead, upgrade your gear steadily. A balanced character is usually stronger than one item carrying your entire account. 3. Stop selling extra equipment. Here's a mistake almost every beginner makes. You get duplicate equipment and immediately sell it. Don't! Dismantling duplicate gear gives you valuable crafting materials like matte crystals, bluish crystals, and yellowish crystals. Those materials are used in future crafting and progression systems, including Heroic Orb. So what looks like useless gear today could actually save you millions of Seagull later. For Combine before you gamble. Another feature many players ignore is Combine. If you have two identical pieces of equipment with the same enhancement level, you can combine them with a 100% success rate. No RNG, no guessing, just guaranteed progression, especially early in the game. This is one of the safest ways to increase your equipment. 5. The collection system is your secret weapon. Now let's talk about something veterans never ignore. Collections. Every equipment you register gives permanent stats. Permanent. Even if you replace your weapon later, those bonuses stay forever. That's why experienced players always work on collections. Small bonuses may not seem exciting today, but hundreds of permanent stats later, they make a huge difference. 6. Universal Ore changes everything. Now we're finally at one of the biggest features introduced in Season 4, Universal Ore. And honestly, this might be one of the smartest updates COM has ever added. Normally, if you wanted to complete equipment collections, you'd need to farm dozens of different weapons. Some of those weapons become incredibly difficult to obtain later in the game. Universal Ore changes that. Instead of farming every single weapon, you can use Universal Ore as a substitute. That means less grinding, less frustration, and much faster collection progress. No wonder so many veteran players are excited about this feature. 7. Don't waste your Universal Ore. But here's something important. Don't spend your Universal Ore the moment you get it. Save it. Use it on equipment that's difficult or expensive to obtain. Another tip, prioritize collections that benefit your class. If you're playing a physical damage class, focus on strike power collections. If you're playing a magic class, prioritize magic power. Using your ores wisely will give you much better long-term value. 8. Start preparing for Heroic Orb today. Even if you can't craft Heroic Orb yet, you should already start preparing for it. Heroic Orb is one of the strongest progression systems in Season 4. It gives additional strike or magic power, critical damage, and critical accuracy. making it a huge damage increase. You'll craft it through the Master Craftsman, using materials like advanced matte crystals, bluish crystals, magic crystals, Bale's shiny minerals, and ancient designs. Ancient designs come from ancient fragments found in the Tower of the Sage. These materials take time to collect, so starting early will save you a lot of waiting later. 9. Don't ignore appraisal. Another hidden source of combat power is appraisal. Many players forget about this system, but a good appraisal can completely change your equipment. You can even lock your favorite stat before rolling, which helps protect your best options. Think of appraisal as polishing your gear after you've already upgraded it. 10. Your pets are stronger than you think. Remember those free summons from Part 1? They're not just collectibles. Pets give additional stats, EXP bonuses, Seagull bonuses, and useful passive effects as you get more baby food from events. Keep leveling your pets. It's one of the easiest sources of permanent combat power. Bonus tip. Finally, before spending lots of resources. Test your character. Use the training room or record room whenever possible. Try different skill rotations. Compare equipment. Experiment with builds. Sometimes, a small adjustment can increase your damage much more than another enhancement. Season 4 isn't just about leveling anymore. It's about building your account the right way. Enhance your equipment wisely. Never ignore collections. Use universal or strategically. Start preparing for heroic orb early. And keep improving every system that adds permanent combat power. If you follow these steps, your character will continue getting stronger without wasting valuable resources. But we're still not done, because in Part 3, we're finally going to talk about one of the biggest reasons players join. Seal M on Cross, how Schultz ranking works, how to earn Schultz Crystal, and how Season 4 rewards can help you maximize your progress. If you enjoyed today's guide, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in Part 3.